Okay, Festiie fam, unite! The time is now. Festival goers worldwide, welcome to the Festiie Files, where we highlight beautiful stories and personalities that all contribute to the festival experience. I'm your host, Desmond Beristain, CEO and founder of Festiie, the Festival Smart Band, and today we get to bring a beautiful soul to the files. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Precious Star Moreno. She is a traveling raver, a festival enthusiast. She's just positive vibes and a creative on so many levels. Ran into her on Instagram and saw that she was doing Festiie fitness. We call that, getting fit, offering some stuff. We'll talk about that in a bit. She's also a traveling raver, as we mentioned. So just super active in the community. I think right now you have online workouts. So she's offering online workouts on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I'll let you get into that, give a little bit more about your background. But thanks for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm really excited. When you messaged me, I was like, I definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited to be able to provide workouts twice weekly. It's through Twitch. So you would just type in Halcyon SF. And so it's themed, we have an 80s theme, but it's not necessarily 80s music. So we just try to pump up some good tunes. We're featuring different local DJs each time we have a class. So we've had 2 so far. And then one was one of my close friends, Yeti Mercury. And then this last one was Dancing Amanda. I think our next one is Take Me to Tequila. So we just have, they have great names. So we'll have a different DJ every single time. So Gina Milano, who is the owner of Halcyon, it's a club in San Francisco. She's just trying to get back to the community and really get people moving and excited because the lockdown's been kind of depressing a bit. We can't go see our friends. We can't go out and dance on Friday nights. So she came up with this idea hey, I know you do fitness. I know you're a big supporter of the club. Would you like to lead this? And I was like, absolutely. So then we just started ironing out the details. We got postponed the first time because the city thought we were going to, host an actual party. So we had to postpone from 1 week. And then the following week, we had our first broadcast. So it's been really exciting to be able to connect with people. It's been very interesting because I can't see anyone. So I'm working out there and having to motivate and be like, yeah, you got this. And we're going to do this. And I have no idea how people are doing. So hopefully next week we're going to try to run Zoom and then share Twitch. I tried that in the first time around and it went miserably. So we sacked it, but we're going to try to bring it back on Tuesday so that I could see people and motivate them. Because otherwise it's just me talking to myself, which is not bad, but I would love to see how people are doing. So Twitch would be streaming in the middle and then you could see people working out. That would be most ideal. So hopefully that's coming soon.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I mean, well, first off, thanks for doing that. Like I said, I feel like right now with everything going on, it's everyone in the festival community can contribute some positivity right now, right? And
Absolutely.
People that are stepping up like yourself, like Milano, I mean, that's amazing. I see your furry friend in the back. Shouts out to the cameo. And it's just great to offer, these outlets, right? And even though it may not be the ideal scenario, right? You're having to work out and motivate people, but it's kind of a little challenging because you're not seeing them directly in front of you. You still understand that those vibes are still being felt. And yeah, it would be really awesome if if you guys were able to get it set up where you can see people working out or, everyone gets their little 15 seconds and it's rotating. So it's all right, working out hard, just a little more accountability, but ultimately little idea, right?
Yeah, Tomorrowland has, when they stream, they have a little video on the side of the people that are actually tuning in. I wonder if that's something we can do because that would be awesome.
Yeah,
I would love that so much.
Right, that, and I feel even for DJ sets, because DJs are live streaming, and I'm like, man, what if they could just have it where people are partying at home and it just goes to you? Because it's just one of the things is, yes, there's a headliner, but it literally, everyone contributes to the experience. The people that are vendors, the people that are, rave famous, the people that are just dancing like no one's watching, you know what I mean? And just everyone contributes to the festival experience. And of course, obviously, since we're not able to experience that for the next maybe month or so, that doesn't mean that we all shouldn't still be, exhibiting that festival energy, right? We were
That's
all
true.
excited for this season, right? And no matter what, like I feel like the EDM community, festival community has really jumped on providing outlets. So you guys are doing your thing. You have other companies that are doing the live stream. So it's beautiful to see. We got to keep that up. And it's kind of why we have this podcast right now. And it's like, we want to spotlight different stories. We all hear about the headline artists, but and they have amazing stories. And a lot of people contribute to getting them there. And we all have a story. So how about we talk about your festival story? What kind of got you into festivals? Are you a super experienced, raver? What's your scene? I would love to hear more about it, because on your page, there's the traveling raver, and I clicked on that, and there are a ton of festivals that you've attended.
Yeah. So my original experience was like my first like festival was Outside Lands in San Francisco, which is not a rave. It was my first experience. And then like festivals, like I had gone to events that were like 1, 2, 3 days, but just like kind of like back in the day when they didn't really have festivals in San Francisco. And I go to those, but nothing like, an actual festival. And I remember going completely like, I dressed in like no layers. I froze my butt off and then had these big ass platforms, almost killed my ankles. But then I really loved it. And then that was followed by like Coachella. And I looked like I stuck out. Like I'm not fashionable by no means. And I just like brought some most random stuff to wear. So, but I still loved it. And I was like, I kind of like this. And that was followed by EDC. And I was like, I love this. It ate me alive. It really did. Like I got lost the first day. I don't know where Festiie was then, because like that would have really helped. And then I broke my phone. I lost my shuttle pass on the first night. It was bad. But
sounds authentic.
It was real bad.
Story.
It was real bad. But I can't believe I wasn't scared off. Soon after that, like I just really got like the festival bug. And then Live Nation came out with the festival passport. That was a few years ago. And so like I just broke up with my then boyfriend, and I was like, let's do this. So I went to a bunch of festivals and made a lot of friends. I didn't know like this was a lifestyle. I was like a little bit older when I started like really like going to raves, probably like my late 20s. And then I probably attended like 20 that year.
Wow.
And went to a few in Europe, because like with the festival passport, there were so many that you could choose from. I did it a second year, and I did maybe not as many as the first. And this last year, I finally like chilled out. Like, I'm like, all right, I've gone to probably like 40 plus. I don't even know, I haven't counted, but something around those lines. I still really enjoyed. I'm now like more like on the other side. Like I like camping festivals, a little bit more low key. Things that are local, like Tahoe. There was supposed to be Powabunga. I was supposed to do photography for them, but that didn't happen. So like I think these days like my scene is more like kind of like more chill, like more of like the Electric Forest or LIB style compared to like full on like, oh my god, I might die.
Well, thanks for sharing that. I mean, couple points. First off, NorCal has an amazing, now their whole EDM community, it's amazing, from the festival, yeah. And then even just in general, the festivals they put on, Outside Lands. Then you have Snow Globe, which is in Tahoe.
Yeah, I went there this year too. I did photography.
Oh, no way. Yeah, that's an experience that I haven't personally been able to experience it. But what I've heard and what I see, I mean, you got to be ready. It's
cold.
Like a test.
It's real cold.
Yeah. And then you also mentioned, it's funny, I feel like when you first get into festivals, you're super like, I want to go hard. I want to go hard. Yeah. I want to keep going. Like, why only 2 days? I want it to be 3 days. Why 3 days? It should be a week. You're just in love with it. You want to know everything. Yeah. And that's like such a beautiful part, the inception of like your festival story, your festival career, right? We kind of make it like our own little career on the side. And then
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we go through these phases. We kind of evolve. We listen to so many different forms of music. And then we hit that one. Then we all hit that Yoda stage where we're like, all right, now I'm chilling. Let me be
Yeah, no,
still.
it's true. You're like, I've done so much.
Yeah, you're like, I've done so much. Let me bestow my knowledge upon the next generation. And then,
Yeah.
you know, you have the incoming class of festival goers. And I feel like right now, that's one thing that, you know, is unfortunate, that every year there's a new class of festival goers. And it's like this year it's on hold.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, they're getting to experience it in a different way. It's actually very interesting because they can tune into live stream, so they can see so many artists at home. Where, remember, in the past we have to go to a festival and you have that dreaded decision, like everyone pulls out their lineup, like, I'm gonna see this person, who are you gonna see? It's like, oh, I'm going over here, I got, you know. And that's when everyone starts separating, and then it becomes a whole thing. But
Yeah.
it's great that you're able to experience that, share that. So now you said you're on the other side, so you used to go to the festivals, attend hard, have fun, and then now you said you're doing some photography. So maybe speak about that and how that transition came about.
Right. Honestly, like I said, I was traveling like 2 years in a row, traveling like hardcore festivals, anywhere between like 14 and 20 festivals per year. And I was like, I need to chill out. I need to work. Like, I'm in fitness, obviously, and I needed to put some roots in. So then I took a step back. I even told my team, so I work for Festival Addicts. I do the digital media and content. And so I told the team, I was like, yo, I will go local, of course, EDC, because it's EDC, because I love Camp EDC. But I need to take a step back. I want to foster like the abilities of our other photographers, because I manage our different correspondents that go out. So like if they're brand new, like, hey, this is what we're trying to capture, this is what we're going for. And it's surprisingly very rewarding, you know, to see them growing and achieving things little by little, and seeing it through their eyes and getting challenged and being like, oh wow, you captured this, this, and this, that's really good. Like, I would love to also try this, you know, when I am out. But I think that there's so much gratitude I have now, just knowing what they're like. I could actually, like, even when, like, say before the quarantine, before all this stuff happened, my friends were going to festivals and I wasn't having FOMO. That's when you know. When you're happy for them, you're genuinely happy and not FOMO. You're like, oh, they're having fun, you know? And you're not jealous. You know you've come full circle, because you can enjoy them going out and having fun, hearing about it and their experience. And I think that's where I knew, like, I was okay to take a step back.
Awesome. Yep, we all get to that point where we want to experience everything with them. But once you get to that point where you're like, hey, I'm glad that you got to experience that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I actually feel like I'm experiencing it, you know, through you, vicariously. So that's where it works. And so kind of talk about, so you said, like, now you've taken a quote unquote step back, but
Yeah.
now you're like on the other side, you're doing photography, and how is that? I mean, because you have to take photos and whatnot and get these beautiful moments without getting too wrapped in all the epicness itself, right? So is it kind of, how does that work?
It's actually really cool, because like a lot of times you can go behind the scenes and see like the artists doing their thing, or, you know, like operation wise, it's not too hard. Like when I'm on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no not on for me. Like, I don't go off and get drunk out of my mind. I don't need other things either. So like, I'm so like focused on what it is I'm trying to achieve, like people having fun, laughing, very special moments that are shared, you know, with the crowd and the artists. So like, it's a whole different experience. It's like, I'm not a festival goer, I'm a festival observer. And so like, the motivation is quite different. You know what I mean? I do give myself breaks, because during Snow Globe, like, my camera would die because it was freezing, or I ran out of like room on my memory stick. I was like, I'm done. You know, and then I'll allow myself to do what I need to do. But honestly, like, it's a whole different role you play. You're not quite the same person.
Got it.
But the cool thing is, like, when you have really like artists you love and you get access to them, it's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
You have that, you mentioned it, it's like festival discipline, right? You have festival discipline.
It is. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't think I've ever had any kind of like self-control whatsoever before. But when I'm doing photography, I'm just like, I could look cute, I could do my rave thing, but like, it's work. It is absolutely work. And that's, you know, because the community is not that big if you realize it. Like, these photographers go to many different places, and there's other opportunities that could arise through this. So like, if you're acting a fool, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
So I'm on my A game. I'm on my best behavior.
I feel it. It's funny that you mentioned that because when Festi started because we were festival goers and we would lose our friends. So we're like, man, we need to create something so we could still have fun but find each other.
Yeah.
And then in the process of like building this product, we would go to a lot of festivals, but we would have to be like, all right, we're here to work. We're here to go.
Yeah.
Like, you go over here. Let's see if I can find you with the device. You go over here, run this test.
Yeah.
Don't get, too wrapped up. And you have to learn that festival discipline because you mentioned it. Your reputation's on the line.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And, if you really want to progress and get things going, you gotta stay focused. So
so much.
Shouts out to Festival Addicts. You just mentioned you've been part of Festival Addicts. And maybe you could just give us a little more about Festival Addicts, what they do, what their mission is, because have another Festival Addicts guest coming on very soon.
Okay, well, Festival Addicts, that group I was talking about, Festival Passport. Well, we all met each other when we went to Creamfields over in near Manchester.
Yep. UK.
I can't remember the name, but anyways, Creamfields is this huge festival during August, and we had a lot of fun. Needless to say, like, hadn't spent much time with the like kind of the founding members before, and we just had the most ridiculous time on the last day. And then we were talking about how they were creating this, like, it's called Festival Addicts. I wasn't quite in it yet. It took a few months, and it was just like for a place where we could like recreate what we were doing with Festival Passport, because it was going to end. They weren't going to renew it. So we're like, okay, how can we still get passes and, go to festivals and not have to pay too much? And so we came up with this group. Well, at least they did. It's a podcast, a weekly podcast. And it reviews and gives information about different festivals that are coming up or we've gone to, and other insider tips. And then through that, we do interviews, we capture photography, and really just trying to show people what it really means to, be a festival addict, So, like, it's been a challenge in a way to really stay on the pulse of what people want in terms of, like, we're not reporting on festivals, like there's live streams now. And so really understanding, like, what our role is now compared to what it was before. But still, I think we're trying our best to bring happiness to our followers and show them, like, hey, it's, like, we will get through this, and here are some, uplifting articles. We try to stay away from anything that's going to, like, bum them out, because, like, they already get that enough in their life. So we want to be their support system. We want to uplift them. We want to make them happy, show them a funny meme, or, like, ask them questions. So, like, we're really there for the festival family to, like, show them that you're still part of something. These are still things, information that are fun to know. So we try our best to be there for our followers.
That's awesome. You mentioned the Festival Passport. I heard so much about that, and
oh yeah, what'd you hear?
Yeah, I heard that I should have one. You can go to so many festivals, and I think they even said, like, you go to 3 festivals, it already makes up for the price of the passport itself, and you can go here and here and here. So
yeah,
that was a great opportunity, and
it was. Oh my God,
it
was. Like, buying individual tickets hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts.
It's a hit. Speaking of, so for incoming class of festival goers, like, right, you've been able to attend dozens of festivals in a year. I feel like being able to do that, all right, there's some skill involved. Like, how can you make that happen, right? Let's say I'm a college kid and I love festivals and I want to go to, Creamfields. I want to go to this. I don't have the festival passport itself, but I still want to make it happen. Maybe you could speak on why, like, the festival community is so much different than maybe other communities, because it's more like embracing, and that stuff is possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have, like, festival connections, just for the sheer fact that you guys could share a place. Like, I don't know how many times I've shared, like, a hotel with people I know around the world, and we go to the same festivals, and it's really nice to have those people to check in with, have a credit card that that builds, like, flight points, was really helpful for me at the time. I don't know, just having that support system and being able to be like, oh yeah, we want to all go here, so that you already have the resources available to you. Yeah. I didn't start till I was much older, so I don't know about these college kids, but I mean, yeah, get a Raver and they will help. I was old when I started.
You made it happen. That's it. And you had, you know, like I said, Festiie fam. You had squad that you can reach out to, and then I think
Oh
like
yeah.
collectively when people decide to do something, it will happen.
Oh, it gets done. Yeah,
So
for sure.
I think
It's
collectively,
not.
right?
It's a little dramatic sometimes, but you know, you get through it. You're like, oh my god. Okay,
Yeah.
was this worth it? Okay, I'll get through
Hey,
it.
everything's an experience, right? And you just mentioned it, like your first festival, you got lost, you did the shuttle thing and all that, but
Oh, it's
you know
fun.
what? Made it through, and then you're on to the next
I broke
festival.
my phone. Shattered my screen. Like,
These are
it was
battles.
hard. I would say, like, don't underestimate EDC. It will eat you alive. You need to be humble. Humble yourself to the EDC gods because they will eat you because they ate me. And they spit me out. It was bad.
Strategy. I have Coachella down pretty well. I have it down to a science. Literally, it's about.
How many have you gone to, though?
I have attended. That's a good question. So, I mean, I'm gonna double up because I would go both weekends. So I've gone to like, yeah, I would say 10 Coachellas. So that's only 5 years.
Yeah,
I'm
no
definitely
wonder.
in the
If you're not
crazy
an
zone.
expert, then you have a problem.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I have it down packed, everyone. I'm gonna let everyone know on the secret. All right, and this is like if you're, because I feel like there's a lot of amazing artists that even perform early. So we get there like 12:30, boom, do a little tailgating, you know, chilling,
Tailgating,
getting
huh?
ready. But it's really about meeting people. Other people are arriving. Hey, what's up? Where are you from? Cool, cool. Spread the vibes. Around 2 o'clock, 2:30, go in there, get your party on. Get your party on hard till like 5 p.m. 5 p.m., this is the Coachella guide to survival. 5 p.m., you have one person, well, everyone should try to re-up. Get some food. Get some food, go sit down. Sit
Yes.
down, relax for about an hour or so. Charge the battery up. All right, now it's about 6:30. Round two. Get back out there, be a star, be a part of it. No pun intended, but you know, be a star until like till the end of the festival. If you want to avoid the whole like parking lot wildness, maybe it's tough. You got to leave the headliner act about 15 minutes early. But yeah, that's kind of the
Why
way
don't
that
you camp?
or if you camp, boom, that is see, you just brought up another level. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about camping because shouts out to well, I've gone to some festivals and I've done some camping.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is a totally different experience and
Oh
that's a
yeah.
beautiful experience. So maybe you could talk about how much, maybe do you love camping? Tell me about camping.
I mean, I do. The last couple of times have been rough. Last year's Coachella was rough. You know, just some drama went down and I had to change my plans completely.
Mm-hmm.
Camp with people that I didn't know that closely.
Yeah.
And it was something. Like I still had fun. Our neighbors were amazing. I met my rave daughter. Well, she's the one that adopted me, and she's like, "You're my rave mom." And I'm like, all right, I'm down.
There you go.
Yeah, she's awesome. So like it wasn't all bad. I like camping because like I need to go back and eat my food. Like I'm so cheap. Like I don't know why, but it's just like I rarely buy anything inside the venue. I will walk my ass 20 minutes to my camp space, make my food, and then march my ass back. So like I enjoy camping because like I get to sit and be like, oh,
Yes.
okay, I need a
Yes.
moment. That's too much. And just sit like I had an injury last Coachella, like a really bad leg injury. Just like I had sciatica.
Yeah.
And so I had to rest my leg every so often, or I was just tired, or I just needed to sit and stretch and eat Doritos. Like I just like being able to go back and relax. And I think that's my favorite thing about festivals is like I could take my ass home, and if I'm grumpy, I could put myself in the corner and give myself some time and then come back. And I think that's why I love Camp EDC so much, because I could take myself home, refuel, sit down, get away from everyone, because like EDC itself is so much.
Yeah.
So camping, I think, is a godsend. Like I prefer camping festivals just because I get to go and relax.
Exactly. And even if you go back to camp, eat, relax, do that, that actually might be faster and more efficient than staying in the 1 hour line and then paying the $20 for the one little slice of pizza. So yeah, I feel you on
One
that.
little slice of pizza.
One little slice, you know, I'm like, I'm not gonna have a second one till.
Oh man, yeah, I know, right? Except
But,
the nachos at like Snow Globe. I'll stand in line for those. One night I had two.
yeah, there you go.
Going back for a second thing of like supreme nachos. They're like, really? And I was like, yes.
Yeah, and it's cold. That's the thing. Know yourself, know your environment, and I mean, I gotta do Snow Globe one year. It's just
You got to. You'll be part of the like ambassador program, and then this earn your ticket.
That's great. I mean, I got the.
Let me know.
This
My
is a
friend
Snow
runs
Globe right here.
Yeah, runs the crew team.
Awesome, thank you. So you mentioned that you actually, you know, health and fitness it seems like that's a big part of your life, right? I look on your IG, you're hosting, you're teaching, you know, workouts. Could you maybe talk about the whole, we'll call it Festiie Fitness, you know, how you've been taking care of yourself? People are at home, we all got to get Festiie Fit. This is a great time to not only are we
seriously.
Yeah, we're reflecting inwards. We're also, you know, we're dancing. That's a good way to get Festiie Fit. And maybe you could talk about what you're doing and just give us a little more detail, because I would love to get people on that, you know, twice a week, having fun, supporting you.
Absolutely. So like I said, it's through the local club, Halcyon, which is one of my favorite clubs to go to, and just teaming up with them, and just really like, this is meant for people to get up and get moving. There's a happy hour on Zoom afterwards. So it's just really to connect people. The movements I wouldn't say that they're so challenging. They're kind of goofy. Just like, I kind of want to like kind of bring air to them. I don't want them to like, it's not a boot camp where you're like, I'm going to kill you, which I totally can't, because that's like my style. But like in our warm up, were you able to go yesterday?
No, but I want to go. I want to go. I have to. Well, I gotta hold myself accountable, hold me accountable, because I'm a trainer too. So I gotta get that workout in.
Well, okay. Well, it's on Twitch. Like our second one's on Twitch. The first one, we forgot to like press the option to, you know, record it and to post it onto our profile, but it's on there. I'll send it to you, so you have to do it. There's no excuses.
All right, there it is.
So as far as that, like, it was something that unexpected to me, because like I usually don't mix the two so much together, like other than just like really making my like classes work out to like some disco, some like tech house, or even some techno to my classes. Like, it's so funny. They're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, this is great. It's good. It's Raver. They're like, okay. So like the most like I've combined the two is like really like my music. They love my music. They're always wondering like where I get it from, if they could have the playlist. So this has been a really good opportunity to bridge the two, because I hadn't really done it in the past, because like there's a certain facade, as you know. I'm a fitness instructor and I'm perfect.
Yep.
And they're always like trying to put me in a box, and like I'm a raver, like through and through. I'm a raver. I'm rowdy. I am who I am. I travel for festivals, and I think it's hard for these like conventional gyms to like try to be like, no, you have to be like this. And I'm like this. And they're like, no, like this. And I'm like, I'm like this.
Yep.
So it's kind of nice to be able to be more myself than to like have to conform to such a rigid image. So it's nice. I've been doing a lot more like online classes and private training. So it brings a whole nother level of interaction that I thought I was going to lose altogether. Because like when this happened, I was like, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to bring in any money. Like this is, I don't even know. But it's been really, really comforting to know that like I have things like, you know, the workouts, you know, Body by Halcyon, and also my private clients are still with me, as well as my classes. Like it's breathed life into my day-to-day. Like I don't feel useless. Like I don't feel bored, because I always have something to do. So it's nice. For sure.
And I mean, well, first off, thanks. As a fellow trainer, and same thing for me. I don't train at the conventional gym. I was like, look, I go to festivals. Why do I go to festivals? There's something about being outside that is pretty magical. So I started training clients outside. I'm like, look, we got the equipment. You guys need to be in nature, because most of the time people spend a lot of time indoors. So, and you mentioned it. I want to play you some of my music. I
Yeah.
personally feel like you hearing this music, it's gonna get into you and invoke all the, all
Yeah.
that internal strength that lies within you. So you just mentioned it, and you're gonna have to send us one of your playlists as well because we want to feature it.
Oh, trust. I got a lot.
All right.
But I have YouTube Red, but they're all in folders. You could use like whatever
Yeah, yeah.
playlist you like.
That'd be awesome. So yeah, exactly. Like we're home right now, and what you're doing is huge. You know what I mean? I feel like people are at home right now, and everyone keeps saying that. Like, man, what do I do? What do I do? Tune in. Like, work on yourself. Get some fitness in, and listen to some good music. Um,
Yeah.
so a couple more things I want to just discuss. So how do you think our community can grow? I mean, you're already providing one way of doing that with fitness. How do you think, with what's going on right now, we can all grow collectively, grow together, and grow stronger? Because if there's a will, there's a way, and the festival
Yeah.
community will always find a way.
I feel like for me, if it wasn't for the Zoom parties on the weekend, I'd be really lonely. I really enjoy that. Like a few groups of people I know host big Zoom parties, and then you get to see your friends, and you could like view whatever you like. You don't have to watch all the same thing. Like we've been watching, obviously the Insomniac Rave-a-thons, and that's been so much fun, and you could participate as much as you want to. I have been known to fall asleep. But I think Zoom and other platforms like Zoom, like a House Party or even like Facebook Messenger, really allow people to connect, because we need that, because it's really been difficult not to have that same connection. For me, it was going out and dancing at the club.
Yeah.
Like every weekend. So yeah, no, I feel like the community has come together by allowing so many platforms to stream, and that's really important for artists to go out there and show support. It's really interesting what artists are not, but I guess that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something that might be a conversation starter soon.
Oh, we're gonna start it by just kind of hitting them up, saying, "Look, dude, we want to hear from you. Shed some light." Everyone, that's the thing. Everyone has to shed a light. Everyone can do it.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
don't
mean.
care if you're a headliner. I don't care if you're not a headliner. If you're just a person in the crowd. I don't care if you're just, everyone plays a role in this community, and everyone has, sort of a responsibility to just like put that energy out there. So
Yeah.
for sure. And another thing you mentioned, so like, oh yeah, if you are someone that falls asleep, don't worry.
I get tired.
Yeah, we all get tired, and like there are so many sets happening in one weekend, in 1 week. So Festiie, we kind of put something together for the community. You check it out, Festiie.com /lineup. We have the Festiie lineup. So literally, we try to grab every replay we can, put it all in one hub.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard.
That's hard.
At least we're able to provide that, and you can go there and see, which artists performed, which live sets. This is all since the quarantine. And then we have our personal favorites. We put a little fire symbol next to them, people. Festiie Fire.
Okay.
So let us know if we're on point. You got to check it out and let us know what you think about the Festiie Fire. So cool. Well, closing statements. I mean, thank you so much for jumping on. I mean, this is great.
No
And I
problem.
think we want to really highlight, like I said, everyone from the community. So how can we find you? How can we support you? How about we start there? Show us your IG, website. Give us a full rundown.
Well, on Facebook, you could type up Body by Precious. That's me. I'm Precious Star Moreno. If you just want to search me, I think it's Precious S. They won't let me put star for some reason because they think it's not real. So Precious S Moreno, if you want to find me on Facebook. Festival Addicts, type that in, we'll pop up. We have a lot of great content. I'm excited to share a bunch of different things with y'all. For my Instagram, it's adventure_dime_. And we're also on Instagram for Festival Addicts 24/7. A special thank you to Halcyon SF for hosting the workouts every Tuesday and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Find our workout on Twitch at Halcyon SF. I think that's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. And and you have the traveling Raver, right?
Oh yeah. Well, if you want to check out my photography, what is my? I think it's travelingraver.myportfolio.com.
It's
No,
on
maybe
it's on your Instagram too. So
it's on my Instagram. I can't remember. I think it's travelingraver.myportfolio.com. Anyways, look it up. I'm not sure.
Well, thank you for jumping on. Definitely gonna excited to support. I'll be doing the workout. You know what I mean? And
I'll send you it so you can do it today. There's
oh,
one called Twerk and Hop. You're gonna love that one.
yeah. I will. Never tried it, so I'll give it a try. And Halcyon, by the way, shouts out to Halcyon. Amazing place for music. Went up there, went to the beta, visit a friend.
You did?
Yeah,
awesome.
there was Chris Malinchuk. He was performing there. It was Halsey. It was killing. It's an amazing place. So
did that fog kill you? They do that fog machine and they get out of control. And I'm like,
yeah, I saw that. The
calm
fog
down with that
like,
fog machine.
Oh,
we
it's
don't need all that fog in my face. Thank you.
So to end things, right? So with all this stuff going on, how about just give us one final message to the community during these times. Thank you so much for jumping on, ladies and gentlemen. Precious Star Moreno, and just one final message to the community, because we're gonna be back at festivals. We will.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And until then, what we got?
All right. One last thing is that support each other. Check on your friends. Make sure they're okay. Some people are taking this quarantine harder than others. So make sure you show them a lot of love and support. And be vocal, make it a point to check in and do Zoom parties, because it's affecting everyone a little bit different, and we all deserve to, get the acknowledgement that they need.
Exactly. And just remember, festival community, that was beautiful. There are so many things to be grateful for, right? If you just keep that in mind, everyone, and someone's going through things maybe has a little more challenging than you do, or whatnot. So we all go in waves, we all go in flows. Just look out for each other, spread the positive vibes. Thank you so much for joining us today. Festiie Files, we're signing out. Take care, everyone, and peace, love, unity, and respect.
All right, see you next time.
Peace, bye-bye.
Bye.